Hello and welcome to E-Cig Review. Today's flavor of choice is pineapple. Personal favorite of mine. Let me get the zoom working here. You know I'd use the auto zoom, but it sucks. There we go. Pineapple from MyFreedom Smokes. This one is in 24. Now, as you can tell by looking at the bottle, that is a strange bottle. He mixes his own juice, and I assume he gets bottles from wherever has the best bottles for the money. And this time the bottle looks like this. Now, the caramel came in like a hip flask. There are a few things I'm going to go into before we get started on the juice. The first thing is, if you're going to buy, this is a 60 milliliter, that's a whopping big bottle. If you're going to buy one of these, you better have some extra bottles around to fill it with. But because I didn't want to possibly taint the flavor of this juice, I have the eyedropper. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this cartridge out. This was a new atomizer with no flavor in it about 10 or 15 minutes ago. I always prep them. I always put a few drops in and try them and be sure they're going to work, because nothing is more embarrassing than to fill up an atomizer, hit the button, and get nothing. So you got to get your little eyedropper, and 1 and 2, and I better not put any more. Now, yeah, quick, get out of there. Must not waste the sweet juice. The Chinese man say must not drink the sweet juice either. I actually saw that somewhere. I think my sister sent it to me. Yeah, don't drink the sweet juice. So, anybody out there is new to vaping? Word of advice, don't drink the sweet juice, okay? The Chinese made it so they know. Don't drink the sweet juice. Alright, targeting, and in we go. Okay, so, first bottle I got of this tasted like industrial solvent. I'm not kidding. It tasted really bad. And that gets into the thing I said I was going to cover before we started working on the juice, and that is customer service. I cracked into that bottle. I tried it. I'd had it in the fridge for weeks, like 3 weeks, you know, because I put all my juice in the fridge if I'm not vaping on it immediately. And I already had some decaying pineapple, some top roll pineapple, some whatever they sell at Kangaroo makes the cartomizers. I had some pineapple already, and that was like reserve pineapple for the future use. And I threw it in the fridge. I pulled it out and tasted it, and man, it just tasted like ass. It was like lighter fluid or something. I mean, that's exaggeration, I guess, but it had a chemical taste that just reached up and grabbed you by the throat. Let's say throat, and it was strange. So I emailed him. I thought, well, you know, maybe it's just a problem with the pineapple, and he was almost beside himself, and he rushed me off a new bottle of pineapple, and this one, well, it's not like that. Anyhow, let's see how it works. And so, customer service-wise, he's not going to run and hide under the table. He's a pretty good fellow. Let me see what happens here. Nope, didn't flood it. Throat hit is manly. Throat hit is my scale is 1 to 10, where 1 is like the device is non-functional, and 10, the device has been modified extremely. It's about enough to kill somebody. 5 would be perfect, and this is about a 5, maybe a 6. That's a 6. That's stiff. And it's different. The flavor. Jesus Christ, strong too. I love 24, and I'm not used to a 901, but holy crap. Anyway, let me get my brain working again here. Too many puffs in a row. It tastes like pineapple. But, and this is where the complete lack of objectivity comes in reviews, my favorite pineapple is still decaying. This did not unthrone decaying. This is different. This is more like pineapple candy. Decaying, depending upon what you use it in. If you use it in a 901, decaying pineapple tastes like a cooked pineapple to me. If you use it in a cartomizer, it tastes like a, well, kind of a raw, fresh pineapple. It's different. They don't taste exactly the same in a cartomizer as they do in a 901. This is like pineapple candy. It's not the same. It's good if you like pineapple and you were maybe not as happy with decaying or top roll or one of those. Top roll is not as good by any means. This is made by him, and I don't know where the flavoring comes from. I doubt it's Loran's because the color's wrong. I've seen Loran's. And because the cheesecake we had on a previous one a while back, well, here's what Loran's cheesecake looks like, and so technically it wouldn't have gotten darker. So I don't think that's I don't know what flavors he's using, but he makes his own juice. But this is not the same stuff Decaying uses. It is a different pineapple entirely. Vapor production is, man, this guy just really knows how to make vapor production. It's a PG juice. That's how it's advertised. If there's any VG in it as a mixer, and that's possible, I'm unaware of it. It's really thin. Works great in a cartomizer for that reason. But holy crap, vapor. I mean, it's a little crappy, cheap SLB. It's at least the real one. It's not a knockoff. It's a manual pass-through. It's an SLB atomizer that has seen some abuse, and all the paint fell off of it, so now it's shiny. And I guess soaking them in that 100% alcohol was maybe a mistake. And oh yeah, I don't know what this guy does to get this kind of vapor production, but it's effective. And it grows on you. It tastes kind of like pineapple candy, more so than it tastes like pineapple, the fruit, more so than a natural pineapple, either cooked or raw. But it's really good. The flavor, I'm going to give about a 7. It is pineapple, and it does taste like pineapple. It's really, you know, if you had to compare it to something, you do. It's not as good as my favorite, but it's really not bad. It's at least a 7. Vapor production is a 9, hands down. And throat hit was about a 6. It's pretty stiff throat hit. It's got a good solid throat hit. If you like fruity flavors and throat hit, the pineapple is the winner. Vapor production is effective. Definitely a 9. Okay, so overall score, I'm going to give this an 8. I think that's fair. I think it gets an 8. It's available from MyFreedom Smokes. This is 24, and if I don't stop on it pretty quick, I'm going to fall out of the chair. Man, that 901's hitting hard today. I don't know. It's a different atomizer than I've been using too. I just broke this one out of the box. Been laying around over there used and abused for a while. I thought, well, it'll work on the passer. It's working. Jeez. Anyhow, MyFreedom Smokes. Pineapple, 24 milligram in the great freaking big bottle. It's huge. I'm going to break this up in littler bottles. But it is cheaper that way. So if you really like one of his flavors, get the bigger bottle. You can save yourself some money. And you know, what do you do with those old bottles? You just throw them away anyway, right? Just wash them out, save them. Put some of this in and save yourself a buck or two. Final score on that was an 8. And it's really not too bad. And I thank you for watching. This has been E-Cig Review.